Hello, welcome to the Princess Boysenberry channel, and this is my recap of the recent High School Years live stream. Now, just a word of warning before we get into it, the quality of this stream was absolutely deplorable, visually and audio, so just be thankful you don't have to listen to that. So especially when we get into the Creative Sim section, you'll notice that things are a little bit blurry. That is not on my end, that is how the stream looked. So, the stream started like any other with the latest trailer. Shine bright. So over there you will see our two co-hosts. You will also see the quality of what we're working with. Now, they are obviously dressed for prom, and the lady on the right there is apparently the lead designer on the High School Years pack, and there's her co-host also dressed for prom. Looks like his name might be Sim Guru George. Now, the tone of this live stream was overall upbeat, but it still wasn't as fun as the werewolves one, if I'm being honest. There was a little bit of tenseness here and there, not between them, but maybe a little bit awkward at times, but still definitely in the name of fun. So they wanted to really drill home that all the clothes in this pack are actually designed for teens. Now, we all know that that means that, young adult to elders would also technically be able to wear them, but these are all designed with teens in mind, and that is all that the pack contains. Now, it's kind of a mixed bag. I think it's very much reliant upon your own personal likes and tastes. They sort of have different genres, styles, or themes going on as well. One that springs to mind is kawaii or dark academia. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Hopefully there is a little something for everybody, but it might not be your thing, or it might. There was also a strong emphasis on the fact that fashion helps teens who are finding out their own identity and helping them express it. So there is quite a focus on it being related to the story of the teen, I suppose you could say. There were some items that are also unlockable as you go along as well. And you can see those there, even though the gurus are like covering up a lot of it. Perhaps not the best choice ever for the window there for this exact moment. Now, I've got to say, I really liked the hairs in this pack, at least the female ones anyway, of which, as per usual, there is an abundance. But these are some really, really nice hairdos that I'm personally looking forward to using. Now they moved on to facial hair, and body hair is coming to the base game. That's right, we've got things like back hair and leg hair and chest hair. And in this pack, there's also going to be two new teen sort of facial hairs included that have sort of a lighter grow, as you would expect for the phase of life. And with this pack comes the ability for the hair to grow over time, the body hair and the face hair. But that is a feature that is exclusive to the High School Years pack. Here we get to see a bit of the body hair in action, some chest hair options, one that comes with the pack you can sort of see up there. Once again, our gurus are kind of voo-voo blocking. And there's some arm hair there too, you will see. There we get to see the leg hair, some pack exclusive as well, and some coming to the base game. It is a shame they did not go over the male head hairs, although maybe there was not much to go over. They also said that they are going to have Acne, a very basic Acne system in the game, so your sim will have to actually Well, they might want to watch their face, but they have to wash it once in a while. Yes, I really like these as well. They said it's a love or hate item. I'm in the love category because they're just, I just like them. So there are some teen aspirations. There's 4 of them there, and they're only available during the teen phase of life. That one there they're showing is live fast, getting the most out of life. We have admired icon, goal orientated, and drama llama. This sim wants drama all the time. The purpose of some of these aspirations is meant to be helping create a story for your teen as well, focusing on the different types of teen experience. They also have a socially awkward trait and a party animal trait there as well. At least there's new traits with this pack. There's a few more of the creator sim options that they showed. You get a little bit of a blurry glimpse into what is going to come in the pack. Next, they showed off the sexual orientation feature, which is another thing coming to base game. And it actually will let you customize your sim's preferences. So you can have your sim, if you see the 3 categories there. It's for romantic attraction, for if they're exploring romantically or not. And then there's one for simply, the way they've put it, is interested in messing around with. So that's a physical attraction there. You can tick both boxes, no boxes with the men and women, or I think it's a yes or no for the exploring. They did say that it's only binary at this point, no non-binary. They're sort of, wasn't exactly a promise that it will be there in the future otherwise. It was more of a maybe. That's the impression that I got. You can essentially, they said, make an asexual sim or one that is aromantic. It's great. I'm not saying it's not great, but it is incomplete because it's not a proper attraction system with chemistry or in individual sims or anything like that. Just in case anybody was thinking there'd be something more to it, there isn't. It's not like Wicked or Wonderful Whims, nothing like that. If your sim is attracted to women, they still will not be able to tell if they prefer Bella Goth to Eliza Pancakes, if you get my drift. So although this is good, I still think it needs more, definitely needs more within its own context and within a greater one. Also, they did say that if you just leave this section at whatever the default is considered and don't actually tinker with it, your sims will essentially behave like they already do, which is just sort of say yes to everybody. They did say as well that pre-existing townies will stay as they are as well. So here we are in Copperdale, the actual world that comes with the expansion. Apparently this place is an old mining town. It's got 3 neighborhoods, it's got pre-built families, and there's a little bit of lore involved as well. Apparently there is a founder of the entire town, and one of the families is a direct descendants. They are called the Prescotts, I believe. So yeah, this is the town. There's the high school over there. It's just one high school, and you saw the auditorium there next to it, which is where the prom will occur. With the high school, there is only one high school. No matter where your teen lives, as in whatever world they live in, they'll all come to Copperdale High, and that is that really. It is also a structure that can be flattened if you want. You can rebuild it from the ground up. You can redecorate it. Same with the auditorium. I know you can definitely redecorate that as well. So here is a closer look at the town of Copperdale. There is my favorite, the Ferris wheel over there. We'll get to that part later because they do go into a bit more depth. So apparently the spots for teens to hang out, which is obviously the Ferris wheel section where we just saw there. There is also that place by the tunnel, which you see in the, with the couch, which you see in the trailer. That's what I'm looking for. And you can swim around the pier as well, and there's a fishing spot, and there's just like another sort of swimming hole as well. So there's a few sort of places to look for around town when you get the pack, if you get the pack, I should say, that your teens can sort of just go to hang out together. Pier, yes, look at the Ferris wheel. I don't know whether to talk about it now or later. I'll talk about it later. So we got taken to the house where the teen versions of our hosts lived with this person who may or may not be their dad. I wasn't clear on that. And they talked about the strong emphasis on the teen bedrooms because when you're a teenager, that is your space. The rest of the house is for parents to decorate, presumably. I mean, you might have Regina George in your house and it wouldn't be the case, but let's just say it is. And so the focus is for the teens being able to really make the room their own with very teen-specific decor. As you can see on the wall there's some of the stuff that comes with the bonus content, which they did flog one too many times, let me tell you that. The beds are pretty cute, actually. There is a lot of furniture that I like in this pack. Absolutely. And there's chairs and stuff that match it that we'll have a look at later. And I'm really liking those lights that we can see above there. I actually think a lot of these, I think there's some really cute stuff in it. Really cool, the computer setups they have now. So they actually have dual monitors, and that is a good thing. And they also have these streamers set up, you see there. They can be able to watch streams. They can do side hustles. So there's, as you will see, there is the dual monitor screens, and it's pretty great actually. Some of the build by items I really, really like in this pack actually. And it's good that there are things that differentiate the teens from the rest of the life phases because as we know, it's something missing in the game. There they are, flogging those lights again. Hey, did you know it's bonus content time? And there's a lot of focus on LED lighting as well, like the chairs, the computers, the lights that are bonus. Did you know there's bonus content if you order before a certain time? I'm making it sound like they said that too often. It wasn't directly put at that. They just sort of showed the objects off. So as you see in the corner there's a thing called Social Bunny. Oh my God. So there's a lot of systems in this. And I'm just going to say it now. I feel like this is the sort of thing where you're going to have to play the game to really comprehend how much of a good thing it is or how well it works. I don't mean you personally have to do that. You can watch somebody else do that. But I think there was a lot of talk about it, and that is fine. But I think the actual experience of it will be needed to actually fully comprehend how much it affects the gameplay, how good it actually works. So yeah, I personally quite like the bedroom setups. It feels like there is something lacking, but I'm not quite sure what it is. But I do like what they've done nonetheless. So they started to discuss that there are new wants and fears. Okay, so they're above the head like whims would be. Do they replace whims is my question that I don't have the answer to. So I'm not sure if wants and fears now completely override the whims system, or whether those ones perhaps on the left are whims. The gurus are now once again covering up something I want to show. So this is what I know about these wants and fears. So they're going to be coming to the base game, number one. You can have up to 3 different wants at any time. We have short-term, long-term, and reactionary wants. And reactionary means, like the example that they gave would be like a sim gets to the bar and then they get a want that is wanting a drink. So a lot will be dependent upon that, and also dependent upon their actual traits. So in theory, it doesn't sound like a bad thing, but what happens to whims is just my question. Now, you can get also these fears as well. I'm just imagining the poor old Turbo. Do they have to call it wicked wants now? I'm not quite sure. It doesn't quite have the same ring to it, does it? Wonderful wants. But if wants and fears turn out to be better than whims, I will not do anything except enjoy it. Young George there is watching some streaming services. You can watch the streams, you can stream yourself, or you can have it teen side hustles, streamer, influencer, SimTuber, avatars. There's a whole bunch of stuff that they went over. Is it part of different systems that they're going to have? And now, I missed something with the fears. So you can have something like a fear of unfulfilled dreams showing up in the trait panel. That's the example that got shown. As you could see there just then, the new phone is looking good. I gotta say, it's looking good. It's app-based now. There's going to be some new categories as well. There's there we go. There's what I was saying. They're going to have some new, essentially, jobs like streamer and stuff. And there's the avatars that they can use. I think that's actually pretty great. Now, the thing I should mention now is the Social Bunny social media system. And that is going to be a really good thing, actually. And there's Trendi as well, which we'll see a bit later, but Social Bunny. So you can tag someone in a post, you can send messages to them. And as your sim goes through the day, the different options will appear depending on what has happened for an opportunity to post in the feed. There'll be different types of messages. As you can see here, there's also going to be a hell of a lot more customization available for your phone, and that is going to be pretty fun. So here is Social Bunny. There is the feed there. You can have a little bit of a look at what they're going. Well, if you can read that is. Hey, Jessica, what did the Freezer Bunny say at the club? This place is hopping. Oh, dear. So, yeah, I think this is great. I think it's definitely lacking that there's nothing like this in there. So you can see the different narratives. I think that's a narrative. Different narrative. Sad or happy, So it's preordained posts, unfortunately. You can't just write your own thing, which would be great. But at least it actually has, something going on. Once again, this is one of those things that I feel like the actual using of it will be the indicator of how good it is or not. But it kind of looks promising from the stream. I'll say it looks promising. Really will ham up the social scene somewhat. Not that it would take much to do that already, but you know. So yeah, this is the feed they've shown. There's a friends section there, so they have actual friends. Isn't that great? Not just the phone with everybody in it, though they probably still have that, but it's cool that there's actually has to be some sort of like friendship or, people following you going on. And the messages. Old man, that was the dad. At least I think he was their dad. I was still unsure on that one. So yeah, look at that. Actual messages. And then, there's a few options and stuff. Ash, we've been trying to reach you about your refrigerator's extended warranty. Oh, that was a really bad joke I saw in there. Hey, I just invented a new word, plagiarism. They did warn there'd be some dad jokes in there. Sorry, we're about to see poor old dad or old man or whoever the devil he is, shaving in the shower, completing or doing the thing with the body hair. But as I said before, this will only be a feature if you have the pack. You can have body hair that doesn't grow without it, but not needing to do what old man does unless you got the young person pack. Yeah, that's a way to say that. Also, they did say, which is a good thing, that multiple Sims can go to school at the same time, which is a good thing for sure. I mean, you'd hope so, but yeah, you just never know with the Sims. You never know. Then they got to school. It's Copperdale High School. There's the bus that doesn't really do much, but at least it's there for aesthetics. So they showed that they have events on the calendar, like today is the football festival, and it looks like there's prom on Saturday. I don't know how the prom thing functions on the calendar, I'm sorry. So I will tell you this now. The whole concept of the high school pack is to focus on a school experience that is geared more towards the social aspect, the drama, the romance, more than the academic side. It's more interested in telling the story that they figure is more interesting. So rather than it just being all learn, and classes and that, the main focus is on the teens' experience revolving around that. This is apparently what is called the T-pose challenge. That is a thing that they do at school. So yeah, you get the idea, I think. So I guess this is kind of the sort of thing they were talking about. Oh, look, T-posing is all the rage right now. Just check it out on Social Bunny. It's all over the place. So you also get your own locker as a teen, and you can customize it to your liking. They have different locker decorating styles, like once again kawaii, which I personally like, which is why I've remembered it. There's the dark academia, eco enthusiast, gamer decorations, goth decorations. That's great as well. So yeah, I do like me some customization. And now we get to the classes. There are 2 classes per school day. There is the opportunity to prank the whiteboard if you wish. And the subjects will change and they will get skill gains, which you would obviously hope. If this aesthetics is not to your taste, once again, you can fully customize the school, or you can even knock the bugger down if you want as well. It's up to you. So something that I did like about what they said about classes and like graduation in general is that graduating is not actually a guaranteed thing. If you don't actually attend your classes or make the right grades, you can actually fail and not graduate and be locked out of careers or not be able to get into some university courses. But of course, being The Sims, there'll be ways around this. And especially with the university, like still if you have a lot of skills, I think they said you'll still be able to get in. But yeah, there will be some sort of impact. However minor or temporary it is, I'm not sure, but there is at least something, thank heavens. Now, if only they could make it a little bit harder to get a job in the first place, I'd be happy. Oh, it gives you an opportunity as to whether you're going to take the assignment seriously in that as well. So here we have what sort of constitutes a school cafeteria. They've got something similar to the university thing, but I think they've got some new recipes, some new food. If we have a look there, like fried chicken slider, junior lunch or something like that. Purpose of life, there was a fear for the fear of unfulfilled dreams. So you can have a little look on the left-hand side. They didn't really talk much about this, but you can see the days sort of set up there. So it's sort of very reminiscent of Get to Work, isn't it? With the sort of, except it's got a timed lunch though. That's pretty cool. But yeah, it sort of guides you through the day that way, which you would expect in all honesty. Like, I don't know how else it would be, so that's okay. So there is a whole thing of going to prom. There's a, big to do about that. You can go as friends. You can go as romantic partners. And there's many different ways. Well, there's multiple different ways to ask somebody to prom as well. They also mentioned that there will be some level of relationship autonomy. I can't remember what they called it exactly. Please forgive me. I don't know if that means you can get asked out as well. So yeah, there's a relationship autonomy they were speaking about, which means that your sim might be rejected to the prom an awful lot. I'm not quite sure what else it entailed, but there is some system coming in that will mean perhaps spontaneous ask outs and rejections. So there are things to do after school activities. These include cheerleader, football, chess, and computers. So there was supposed to be some sort of a football thing going on, and there you can see there's the cheerleading mat thing. There's also some places over there where you can take selfies as well. So they showed a little bit of what the cheerleading routine might look like. Probably what you'd expect. I do think the pom-poms are really cute though. I like pom-poms. So you click on that thing to be able to take a selfie in front of it, right? But it still doesn't even show the special background. However, there are going to be some new selfie poses, they said, even if they haven't fixed that other problem. I suppose if you take like a regular selfie, you can do the thing where you swivel around. But yeah, that's a bit silly in my opinion. So it looks like they've got a little stall over there flogging something or other. I don't know if this is meant to be the football festival, but it was a little bit much ado about nothing. They had a little bit of this, as you'll see, where they throw the ball to each other and do the spin sort of thing. And then there's the throw between the Sims there, but we didn't really get to witness anything other than that take place. So it's kind of, if this is all there is, it's kind of not that thrilling, to be honest. So yeah, you can buy like a cheerleading outfit or a quarterback or some sort of food there, I think. But it's not much of a football festival without much football. So this may just be all there is to the football festival, just warning. I'm not sure if something didn't go right or whether it is literally that, but yeah. So they did show off that there's some new bed animations and interactions, which include being able to go on your phone or read on bed. And there's some like sitting poses, as you can see there. And they can also sit on the ground as well, which is weird that they couldn't already, but yeah, I mean, good. And then, of course, there is probably the best new interaction for the bed, which is the pillow fight, of course. There it is, being all pillow fighty and stuff. So they also they showed off the new climb out the window function that you can do to escape your parents or whatever, or just for the fun of it even. So I think you can just go in and out those windows willy-nilly, but if you're on a second story, you can put together one of these lattice ladders there to climb up and down. So if your sim has been grounded, or they just don't want their parents to know they're sneaking out, or maybe they just want an adventure. But yeah, there are special windows they can climb in and out. The lattice thing there is a special ladder of sorts with some bits that sort of go with it, I think. So yeah, it's obviously really cool, that one. I do like it. I also like the little chairs you can see in the left there and the pretty lighty, curtainy, roofy thing that goes with it. Yeah. So they show that it's actually a ladder, the thing that you climb down. And that you can use it inside as well if you want to. So you put the ladder there and put the ivies over the top, and then it sort of ends up looking like lattice, I believe. So we are about to see the sim known as Old Man shaving his face, doing the thing in the mirror. So you can see they put on shaving cream there and give a shave in the mirror for the face component. And they made a joke about the size of the razor being huge. I suppose they'd get in before other people do. So yeah, that's what that looks like as well. So you can ask to leave, you can put a note in someone's locker to ask someone to prom, which is pretty cute. Or you can do as Teen Sim George is doing, and you can make a promposal sign. He then used this sign to ask Cassandra Goth to the prom, as you will see here. And there is that. And she was excited and said yes. Good for you, Teen Sim George. Yes, I will totally go to prom with you. Apparently the rejections, they were saying, happen quite a lot. So this was a nice moment. We'll take their word for that. So here we have the very cute bubble tea or boba tea, depending on how you say it, shop. I think I probably say it wrong. I just like the word bubble, okay? And so they showed us a little bit of around town. And this apparently is a haunted home. There's apparently numerous starter homes, though how many I couldn't tell you. But yeah, that seems interesting. So this is inside the tea shop. And there you can see where you can order the teas. Taro milk tea would be what I choose. I like rose milk tea, but it is so rare. They then had their own little teas there, but they struggled to get them open, as you can see in the little box there. It's a bit more authenticity. So yeah, so this shop actually is not only sell the boba bubble, the bubble, my bubble teas. It also is a thrift store on top of that, which I wasn't expecting. And there is a whole system that goes with the thrift store component. The store is pretty cute, I gotta say. I do think it's quite cute. So there is this whole thing called Trendi, which is where you can list your pre-made outfits and you can become a influential fashion creator as well. So Thrift-Tea, oh my god, that's what the store's called, Thrift-Tea. Oh dear. Good one though. So you create the fashion look, and if you have Get to Work, it will look the same as that when you do like the retail mannequins and stuff. So it goes into that sort of a screen. And then you create your own little look here on the mannequin, which took them quite a while to decide. So things you can do with your outfit, you can hype the made outfit, you can name the look as they're doing here, and if your sim is successful on Trendi, more sims around town will be seen wearing your look. And your social media presence will determine how successful, or help determine how successful, influential your fashion creator is. You can see what's trending for the styles so you can have a better chance of getting something that is a hit, I suppose. And you can post your design on Trendi and see how well it does and who might want to buy it. And then you can ship it off from your inventory. And you can also buy other people's designs. So there's the little bags, the name of their fashion that they've got. One was Chad Core there. So you can choose to wear the outfit from the created bag there. It's got a little bit of info on how it's doing and stuff. So there is the questionable ensemble. And you can promote the look. So there they go. They take a photo of it and then get some followers. So yeah. So yes, the more followers you have, the easier it will be to sell your fashion looks on Trendi. And then apparently boho was trending and streetwear's high trending right now. So there's a whole little system going on there that you can play with. Once again, as to how good it actually is, well, it's sort of like when you play the game, you've kind of what you do with it yourself, I suppose, or how in depth it is, you know. Sometimes it's hard to tell from these things alone. No offers yet. So there you can see some sims that you might recognize, and they've got little things that you can buy as well, so you can buy their ones. And you can gift it to someone, just said too. Look at this, we've got opportunities. I mean, that one before, got opportunities for some new badly dressed townies, or you could do it on purpose, or maybe it's an opportunity to make them dress a little bit more to your own tastes, shall we say. And now it is time for my favorite. Yes, it's the little carnival fair thing on the pier here. So they have various attractions. Oh, they went away from it. Let's go back. They have the haunted house there. They have, what's that called? Hang on, I've got it written here. It's called the Grave Mines. And then that's called Cuttle Carts. The Ferris wheel is called the Silver Spinner as well. And there's also a photo booth somewhere, which they didn't go into at that point as well. And then there's the ice cream stall. And I think it's a little tea stand over to the right there. And then there's some like character in the background there. So these are all rabbit holes, as you probably will have guessed. Yes, it is disappointing, but you can go on different types of rides. Like you can go on a romantic ride with a sim, or a friendly ride. And apparently if you go on a romantic ride, there is the possibility of catching feelings or even having a first kiss, they said as well. So, ooh. So yes, even though I wish there was more to this in some ways, I'm also happy that it's there, I suppose. Do wish there were more than rabbit holes. Now, there is also the ability to woohoo in these attractions as well. And for that, they made a couple of adult sims, these ladies you will see down there. And they are now going into woohoo in the haunted house, the haunted mine or whatever it's called. And there's a few outcomes that can happen from that, apparently, involving getting caught and possibly even getting kicked out of the ride or the whole thing. Oh, it's a first time woohoo in there as well. Well, that is definitely romantic. So you can see some of the animations go throughout. Yes, so looks like a good place for the goths to conceive the next child. I'm just thinking. Turns out the feeling of being watched wasn't just paranoia, the two are caught. So yeah, there we go. So you can get banned from, I don't know if it's a whole pier or just the specific ride, but yeah, there can be some consequences for the old actions there. Yeah, banned from the grave mine, there we go. Now they're going for it in the Ferris wheel instead. Curry's been banned from this ride. So yeah, that's nice and romantic. The animations are pretty cool for that one. Look at the little things going up there. Yeah, you got to appreciate that. I suppose. There we go. Wow, that's a grand woohoo, that is. Moving right along. So things took a turn for the more morbid side here. Once the ladies had done their woohoo, they were of no further use and they got killed off. There's 2 new deaths in this pack. One is a death by prank, by the stink capsules. Apparently that can go wrong. And the other is an urban myth known as the Bloody Mary prank. Now, if you do the Live Fast aspiration for the teens, that actually requires the urban myth done more than once. So there's a little bit of a risk there if you want to complete that one. And here is our second sim who is about to succumb to that. And there she goes. It was a short life, but 2 woohoos. I mean, they lived life the best they could for the short time they had. Oh dear, there's Grim. Moving right along. Hi Jessica, we're having a little get-together before prom. So they have little get-togethers before the prom as well, just to try and extend the experience sort of thing, like make it a bit of a build-up to prom is the concept that they said. So not a lot happened. They literally just hung out in the room. But yeah, that was that. That was what they showed. And it's something, I guess, just not that interesting as something at this particular time. Then it's time to go to prom. And Bella Goth is there for some reason. Imagine if she's somebody's prom date. Oh dear. So the prom venue is customizable, so you can sort of, use whatever you got to make it a particular theme. Here it is. They arrive. Well, it's obviously, you got to arrive at some point, don't you? So they all are in their little outfits and stuff. There is, changing at the prom. That's a bold move. So, yes. So you can see the little dance going on there. That's known as the sweetheart dance, which is just a very basic waltz. They can get down on that funky dance floor there as well. So, at the prom, there is what you do is you hang out, you eat food and drink drinks. There is a voting system for prom royalty, so you can be the prom royalty or prom jester. There's the voting there. Vote for prom royalty or prom jester. They also have that's a lot of roast chickens over there. That's a hell of a lot of roast chicken. There's a little ballot box. And you can see there's a little checklist over there of things to do at the prom. You get a prom score at the end of it or something. So there's the photo booth. Yeah, so you can take photos in there, I guess. It's being a photo booth. There's so many roast chickens. Why is it all roast chickens? There's nothing but roast chickens. I keep saying roast chicken. So many roast chickens. So many. So yeah, talk to someone, use booth, show off outfit, dance, do all that stuff. Suppose you could just, socialize. It is what it is. It'll be what you make of it. I think the opportunity to customize this and use objects from other packs might also help just make it a bit more fun, I guess. I don't know. But I like the fact that they have the awards ceremony. Let's see who gets to be the jester and the royalty. And there we go. There's the jester and the royalty recycling the hyping animations from Get Famous there for a moment. And yeah. Sorry, that's prom. Wham bam, thank you, ma'am. But you can get invited to an after party. That's not a guaranteed thing either. Apparently, yeah, you can go and not be invited, which is a bit sad, isn't it? You might not want to be invited because you might not want to say, no, thank you. So I just thought I'd mention at this point that along with getting invited to the after party and stuff like that, it is possible for teens to get calls to be invited to like an R8 movie or a college party. And at this point, they will have the chance to ask their parents for permission, or if their parents say no, they can sneak out and go, or they can just sneak out and go anyway. And that sounds pretty cool. It'll be rabbit hole stuff most likely, but still, I guess... yeah. So once again, I don't know if you're aware of that light that comes with the bonus stuff if you order the pack by a certain time, but they reminded us of that again. So we're on the home stretch now. It was time to show us some of the build buy items in sort of greater detail and also something else. But first of all, yeah, I really like those beds actually. I think they're great. I'm reasonably into the build buy items. I feel like there's limitations of style, perhaps is the way to put it, what I was trying to put my finger on before. I just happen to like it, but I can see how it's a little bit maybe like the style is, I know there's the swatches for individual styles, but you know, the overall look, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. I don't know. That could just be me. No, there's that as well. Yeah. No, some good, like a lot of beds actually, which is great. And those are cute. I like those as well. So yeah, obviously with the quality of the pictures, it's not the best place to be seeing all these, but you get the idea. They did also say that the sort of like the inspiration for this was the fact that a lot of teens might have art deco or mismatched objects, like just things they've been given or things they get not as a set but individually. So that's sort of where they were coming from with the design as well. So they said, sort of trying to mimic the sort of teen furniture or room. Obviously, I mean, you'd probably expect that with the pack, but hey. So here we go. Here is the curved walls. They're not so much curved walls as curved rooms. They actually corrected themselves in saying so. So yeah, it's not like you can curve a wall specifically. It's a whole room by the look of it. So just bear that in mind. So here they are. Here's how it looks. Yeah, this is them making the curved walls and putting them together. So that's how it functions. Yeah, so you can sort of, I assume you could knock out that middle bit and stuff and have like a, what is it called? An yurt, maybe? Maybe you could make an yurt. And then, yeah, finally, those sort of roofs might make sense. So there it is. There's the curved walls. They are indeed coming, and to the base game. They did warn, however, that some windows and doors will work with these walls and objects and stuff, and some won't. And what they mean by work with is they just either will look good or they won't look good. However, they did make some things that come with the new pack that are actually designed to be curved. So that will be different. It will actually cling to the curve, like proper styles rather than just happen to look okay or not. So that will be included in the high school's pack. Otherwise, it's just sort of a case of, they do have a special section of things that they deem to work or not work with the walls apparently as well. So if you're building, that might help guide you as to what is going to work or not when it comes to windows and doors. But there you go. As they're wrapping up towards the end there, I'm now going to tell you my 2 cents worth. I think that whether the pack actually works or not is going to be something to be seen. I'm not sure final product, how well it will work. It doesn't look like My Wedding Disasters or anything, but oh, hang on, just something first. Look at this. They didn't realize they were still filming, and he got up and exposed his shorts, his board shorts that do not match his high school attire there. Oh dear. So I'm just going to do the old pause a Rooney here and continue saying what I was saying before. Yeah, if you just want to get this pack and you know you want to get this pack, absolutely go for it. If you're someone who likes to wait and see how things function, that is understandable, and I'd be doing that. But if you're sort of on the fence and you're wondering whether you want to get it straight away, I don't think this live stream was enough to really determine the quality or how it's actually going to play out properly. I would strongly recommend that you look at some of the game changers videos to see how it actually plays out. That would be my advice if you are on the fence at this point and wanting to get it soon. Otherwise, you can just sort of, see how it turns out when it comes out. But yeah, I don't feel like this is as obvious as either the werewolves being good was or My Wedding Stories being bad was. I'm unconvinced either way. I think a lot of things are good. I think it has the potential to work out, but I'm just not entirely sure. So I'm sorry that my conclusion isn't more definite, but I think more information is kind of needed to tie together and figure out exactly where this pack sits on the functionality, on the value, on just how good an experience it is in general. But anyway, thank you for bearing with me. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night wherever you may be. Happy simming for now, and goodbye. I will see you on the next one. Bye.